Hello, 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 gang. Welcome back. Jayhuahua here. I know what time it is. You know what time it is. It's another Football Manager 2023 experiment time. Does that flow? We'll pretend it does. You've seen the thumbnail. You've clicked on the thumbnail, or it's just rumbled on. Well, if it has just rumbled on, please do stick around. But if you've chosen to click on it, then what a treat we've got in store for you today. I've not even looked at this experiment, but it's very similar to what we've done last time. On the last Football Manager, we did a couple of experiments with really tall players and really short players to varying results. But what it seemed to be is the shorter players seem to do better. So this time, we've gone a step further. Let's have a look. I'm going to get down here on the right-hand side because I think on the left, I seem to get in the way a lot in these experiments. So, 8 players. Small forward, tall forward. Small midfielder, tall midfielder. Small defender, tall defender. Small goalkeeper and tall goalkeeper. As you can all see, they're all free agents. They're all English. They have a current ability of 84, a potential ability of 200. The small forward has those attributes. The tall forward has exactly the same attributes. They have got exactly the same starting point. Now I know what you're going to say. Jumping reach on the small guys at 10 might be a problem. And you might be right. But we're going to ignore that for now. I want to see how much progression can be made. We've got 4 different positions being tested. Goalkeeper, defender, midfielder, and striker. Obviously, you can only have one goalkeeper, and a lot of teams do only play one striker. So I'm not expecting both the strikers and the goalkeepers to be playing consistently, especially internationally. However, the defenders and the midfielders, I think they could make great partnerships. So we will see what happens. We will see. So firstly, I'm going to jump forward just to 1 year to see where everyone goes and how everyone's getting on. Okay. So, what I will also say, gang, is they've all got exactly the same hidden attributes. So they're all as good as model professionals as they can be, except they've got one loyalty, I think. So I want to see a little bit of movement. So the small forward has gone to Chelsea. Tall forwards at West Ham. Small midfielders at Chelsea. Tall midfielders at Fulham. Small defender is at Villa. Tall defenders at United. Small goalkeepers at Dorking. And the tall goalkeeper is at Watford. Well, as you can see, they all started on 84. The tall goalkeeper's improved the least, is only on 94. The one that's improved the most is actually the tall defender, beg your pardon, on 111 current ability. There he is. Look at him with his little mohawk. He can now play right back. So can the small defender. Interesting. The small and tall midfielders can both play attacking midfielder as well. The small midfielders played all over the bloody shop. Look at this. He's played attacking midfield left, centre back, defence left, wing back left. Been all over the place. Oh, so the tall forward actually did start off at Eastleigh and he's made a £52,000 move to West Ham. 30 goals in 42 games for Eastleigh. Looks like the small goalkeeper as well. Because he's at Dorking, he'll be playing regularly. Yes, he is. And the tall defender, where was he? He was at Dorking as well. Dorking did well then, didn't he? 11th in the Vanarama National League. They came runner-up in the Vanarama National League South, and they did get promoted. The small goalkeeper and tall defender have done a bit of business for them there, getting them up. And a familiar face, Josh DeBio. Familiar to me anyway. We had him with Oldham. Spoiler, if you've not caught up on the Oldham series, he's no longer with us. Not dead. He went to Queen's Park or something. Anyway, interesting that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them are all in the Premiership. And tall midfielder is at Fulham, who've just obviously been relegated. They all went to Premier Division sides, or they are at Premier Division sides now. Obviously because the potential ability's there, and their hidden attributes, of course, when they get scouted. very consistent, not injury prone. They've got all the things going for them. And it is the tall defender who has got the best contract, £8,000 a week. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump through 5 more years to 2028 and really see how things are getting on. So straight off the bat, we can see the small forward and small midfielder are both still at Chelsea getting a pretty penny. The small forward is actually rated at 186 out of 200. Let's go and have a look at him. Look at his polygon. Absolutely brilliant. 16 caps for England, 13 goals, 22 years of age. He has been improving massively. He's now 5'4". He's improved his jumping reach, to be fair. His heading's brilliant. Have I made a mistake with that? He went on loan to Sheffield United and did some business in the Championship, and he's come back and he's really kicked on. Look at that, 33 and 38. Oh, brilliant for small forward. Let's have a quick look at small midfielder because he's also at Chelsea. He can play all down the middle. Defensive, central or attacking, and with his polygon, it's easy to see why. He never went out on loan. He's just kicked on as it is. I bet Chelsea have won the league, or have they? So the tall forward is considerably worse off, 30 attribute points worse off. Currently plying his trade for Liverpool. He's got that jumping reach up at 18, but his heading's only at 14. Like he's not improved as much as I thought he would do. £86 million. He's moved from West Ham, so he's only just gone to Liverpool. The tall midfielder is at Newcastle. Again, jumping reach up at 17, but he's heading and he's not kicked on as much. And this seems to be a theme. Every time I do this experiment, the tall players don't seem to improve as much as the small players. The small players seem to just have the edge. He's moved from Fulham for £44.5 million. Did he move in January? Maybe he did. The small defender's gone to PSG. Boo. £77 million from Aston Villa. They've cashed in on him. They're all getting capped for England now as well. The tall defender, as you can see, he's got up at 189, so he has improved the most. So, whilst the smaller players are improving more than their taller counterparts, the only one that's not, I say that, I've just looked down at the goalkeepers. We'll be back talking about this in a second. The tall defender is unbelievable, isn't he? He is unbelievable. £43,000 well spent. Made the money back in a loan deal to Nottingham Forest, and then he's come back and he's just kicked on. The small goalkeeper playing for Spurs, he's doing pretty well. 50 million. Oh God, what's this? He went to Leipzig from Dorking on a free. Came back to Everton on loan. Spent a couple of seasons at Leipzig, never playing. Then Tottenham bought him 50 million. He's been their number one. And he's now up at 171. And up at 181 is the Watford goalkeeper, tall goalkeeper. Only earning 60k a week. 180 current ability. Aerial reach 20. Not surprised at 6'11". 15 caps, 0 goals, obviously. The Premier Division has been won by Liverpool every time. Every season it's been won by Liverpool and run up by City, except recently when Chelsea have just snuck in there with their superstars. The Champions League has been won by City twice and then Liverpool 3 times. But obviously, none of the players play for City, and we've not seen them play for City. Tall forward has only just gone to Liverpool. So the only trophy that's been won by any of them is, well, we've not checked the FA Cup and Carabao Cup to be fair, but the only trophy that's been won is the Premier League in the most recent season by small forward and small midfielder. Right, so they're all 22. They're all really good players. So the height of their powers is going to be 26, 27. So 5 more years. Let's go. Okay, they've all hit it, except small midfielder is at 199. We have got all 8 players at 27 years old at 200 current ability. Small forward is still at Chelsea on £500,000 a week. Tall forward at Liverpool. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Jumping reach 20, heading 17, finishing 17. Notice pace 15 and 15. Small forward, pace 17 and 16. Okay, so it's not actually that much better. Okay. Tall midfielder, still at Newcastle. Again. Look at this, off the ball, vision. Oh my word. Look at him. Look how good he is. Who wants him? Bloody everyone should want him. Oh, PSG. Bayern. Small midfielder. Have we looked at him yet? Can't remember. Well, we're looking at him again if we haven't. If we have, whatever. I'm getting flustered by all these greens. Look at this. This guy's letting the side down because he is only 199 current ability. Small defender for PSG. Look at them cheaping out on £300,000 a week. PSG, put your hands in your pockets. Is Mbappe still there? He is. Oh, he's had a pay cut. £475,000 a week. What was he on at the start? Like 900. Look at this. Agility, balance, natural fitness. You've got lots of 20s. Lots of 20s in the physicals there. Very good. Tall defender for Man United still. And from my perspective, I think I'd prefer the taller defender. And the small goalkeeper is still at Tottenham. Still at Tottenham. £50 million. Performing very well. Has to be said. And the tall goalkeeper wants a new contract. Is asking to leave Chelsea. Chelsea came in with a £61 million bid and had it accepted. The Chelsea have got three of our players, 2 small and 1 tall. And since we were last here, Chelsea had just won the league. Arsenal snuck it. And Chelsea, where were they? Where were Chelsea? Not even in the top 3. Abysmal. But they've won it every year since. And they've won a Champions League as well. Look at this. So, Chelsea, Liverpool and PSG have all won a Champions League, which means we've got Champions Leagues for small forward, tall forward, small midfielder, small defender and tall goalkeeper. Individual accolades galore. Andre Villas-Boas is currently the manager of England. Still only 1 World Cup. However, they did win the Euros in 2032. So, without at the risk of this video really rumbling on, we've hit the pinnacle. They've hit their potential. I'm going to come through now and I'm going to go through to the end of their careers. Or, sorry, the end where every single one of them is still active. Right. So, just a little thing. 2 of them are gone. The tall defender's gone, and the tall forward is gone. The 2 tall players have gone, retired. The rest of them are still on bloody international duty with England. We're going to go back to 2043. We're in 2044, by the way. Right, here we go. 2043. God, look at that. Small forward. 817 goals in 1,116 games. Well, he's still at Chelsea. Again, so I'm now in the way here. I'm going to go to the left. Not that we needed to. We've 512 Premier League goals. Tall forward, still at Liverpool. Small midfielder, still at Chelsea. Tall midfielder, still at Newcastle. Small defenders at PSG. The tall defender's gone to Bayern Munich. He left for 85 million in 2034-35. And then we're still small goalkeeper still at Tottenham, and the tall goalkeeper's gone to Manchester City. He left Chelsea on a free. They didn't give him that new contract, or they might have done it and he just then put the middle finger up and said, Q. But as you can see, current ability 176, 184, 184, 187, 185, 191, 187, and 178. So the small players got there quicker in terms of ability, but they're falling away quicker. Interesting. Very, very interesting. But that being said, it's very clear who's actually had the better careers. Well, actually, no, it's not. 70 more games for the small midfielder over the tall midfielder. Clearly in a better team as well at Chelsea, who've been winning leagues, as opposed to Newcastle. Only 9 more goals. Small forwards had considerably more goals, but he's actually played nearly 131 games more. Oh, what's going on here? Right, probably for the most recent season. Right, so small forward over his career has got a 7.72 rating, and he's been insane. Tall forward got a bit of a beard going on now. Still unbelievable. Still top of his game. Still repping it for Liverpool. 7.57 overall. Considerably less goals. Small midfielder then. 7.51. Tall midfielder. 7.54. So the tall midfielder has taken it just. Small defender. 7.31. Tall defender's got this. 7.34. I'm shocked it's that low. Genuinely shocked it's that low. Small goalkeeper. 7.04. Goalkeepers do get done dirty. Getting over 7's pretty good. 7.1 for the tall goalkeeper. So I think the tall players just have it. It's close. It is close. And you won't grumble at the small players. But I'd say the tall players have edged it. Just in terms of average ratings. In terms of trophies for England, let's have a quick look. 4 World Cups, so 20, 34, 38 and 42. The last 3 they've won. So they beat Belgium, they beat Spain, and then they beat Spain again in extra time. And then again they beat Italy, this time after extra time. They lost to Portugal in the second round in 2036, but they've won the Euros again. So 2 European Championships and 3 World Cups for the superstars. I mean, to be fair, you'd expect them to be winning that many. 8 perfect players, basically. Well, not perfect, but 200 current ability. Or 200 potential. Tall forwards retired from international football. Retired from international football in 2040. Let's have a look at internationals then. 92 caps, 104 goals. Tall forward. Small forward, 179 caps, 121 goals. Says it all, doesn't it? Tall forward has scored a handful of goals less in nearly 100 caps less. Like 80 caps less. That's insane. I mean, in terms of caps, the small midfielder's actually got more caps as well. Let's have a look at the Premier Division then. So Tottenham have won 1, Liverpool have won 5 of the last 6. Man City, Chelsea have absolutely been on a tear. So our players have been in and amongst it. Chelsea have got 5 Champions Leagues. Dortmund have won 2 of the last 4. Been in 3 of the last 4 finals. PSG, Newcastle got to the final there. Liverpool, Chelsea, Bayern with a couple. Lots of individual trophies then in terms of Europe's top competition. I'm not going to bother looking through FA Cups and add all that up. I think it's been a very fair experiment, and I don't think it's made a hell of a lot of a difference. I think we've established that players do accelerate in progression a bit quicker if they're shorter. Certain attributes don't improve as much, pace being for one, but then the taller they are, jumping reach and all that will improve better. But then taller players don't depreciate as fast. So You know, nice big tall defender. And tall players have played slightly better. So Ballon d'Or then. Ballon d'Ors. It's all about the forwards, and small and tall have shared it, and it's what? 10-3 to small forward. Tall midfield is in second. Tall midfielder coming second again there. Gaz Brady for Bayern Munich. God, as if they needed this guy, England. Gaz Brady. We've given some superstars and Gaz Brady pops up. Yeah, small and tall forwards are the only ones really in there. No one else is kicking in. Golden Ball. Footballer of the Year. Again, small and tall forward only. Obviously, play Angelos Antoniadis. The English Angelos Antoniadis. What an English name that is. He's got to have a second nationality. Armenian. Again, 178. So England have had some absolute storming players come through. World Player of the Year. Again, small and tall forward. Just sharing it out. Team of the Year then. All seasons. Small forward makes the grade. Small midfielder also. Tall defender and small defender and tall goalkeeper all make the starting 11. 3 small and 2 tall. And on the bench, we've got tall midfielder. No place on the bench for tall forward or small goalkeeper. Disappointed. Disappointed in you boys. Premier Division awards. Award winners. Footballer of the Year then. Tall forward, tall midfielder, small forward. Bloody won it. How many years in a row? 9 years in a row. Player of the Year, again, same sort of thing. Team of the Year, all season. So the small and tall forwards make it in there. Camavinga alongside small midfielder. The defenders don't make it in at all in the all-time. Although, to be fair, one of them's at PSG and one of them buggered off to Bayern Munich. That's probably why. Yeah, okay, I'll let that one slide. And top goal scorer, it's been small and tall forward. Of course it has. So that is the experiment. I think we were closer this time than we've ever been to having a decent experiment. I think the other 2 times it's been a bit of a shambles. How important is height to a player's development? It's not really. But certain attributes will improve at a better rate. That's what we know. So yeah, your tall players are going to have be a bit slow, a bit more lumbering, and they might take a bit longer to get there, but they will get there. And when they do get there, they'll stay there for longer. So if you've enjoyed this, please drop a like on it and subscribe to the channel. There's lots more coming, as I've just mentioned, and there's lots more already there. If you've got any ideas, leave them in the comments, but you have no idea how much it means to me every time we get a new subscriber. It's brilliant. So yeah, thank you for watching again, gang. Really do appreciate it. If you got all the way to the end here, I mean, I've been recording for nearly 40 minutes. I'll have to trim this down, but it's going to be a bit longer than normal. It's probably going to be north of 20 minutes. So if you've got all the way here, I salute you. Thank you very much. Please, again, like I say, like the video and do subscribe to the channel. Yeah, and leave us a comment. Give us an idea of something that you'd like to see as a simulation. Crowdsourcing ideas now, because I've got loads, but the more ideas I get, the more of these experiments I'm going to put out. I'm trying to ration them at the moment. Well, I need to do the simulations as well as playing the Oldham Days. Great series that we're having a lot of fun with at the moment. So yeah, come along, join the ride, join the party. Yeah, take care. I'll see you soon. Subscribe.